Hi guys. So today in this video, we are going to be talking about different ways you can earn some money just so you can make some extra income to add to the income already that you have. And this video is going to give you some ideas of things that you can do so you can make some extra money passively on the side. So without much ado, let's go into it.
Welcome to our channel, where we explore the intersection of finance and film.
The number one way you can make some extra income on the side is renting out your possession. You might live in a house where you have a mower, you have a car that you don't use. So these things, if you look around you, there are things that you have that you only use once in a blue moon. For something like a car, even though you use it on a regular basis, you can still rent it out. From these days, I know there are apps where even on Gigi is a marketplace where you can put things up for sale or for rent. So you can list your mower, your car, any personal belonging that you think that would if it's sitting in your house, it's just collecting dust. I think it would be a right way to earn some income. This will not completely change your lifestyle to make you a millionaire, but it is going to pushing you a little bit. So renting out your possession is one of the ways that you can make some extra money on the side. The second place you can look at if you want to make an extra income is stock photos and videos. So we all have these days, we all have like mobile phones that have high camera quality. So you can take videos and photos of random things, especially if you live in the outer city, like you live in a rural area, you live in a village and things like that. Most film production companies go on various websites just to look for stock photos. These footages are used as establishment shots for various films and different content and things like that. Aside from that, as well, you like most content creators buy these stock footages, and there are various websites that you can do your research and then list them on. Even on YouTube, you can put your stock footage on YouTube and just leave your contact information there, and people will contact you to get stock footage. Because I'm an actor and I'm into filmmaking, I know how important stock footages are. I know how high in demand they are, and provided you have the rights to shoot those videos or to shoot those footages, and then you have the right to it. If you probably you there's it's a unique building in a village setting where you like it, and you just take a footage of it, and then maybe you ask consent from the owner, and then if possible get a written consent, and then they give it to you. You own that footage now, so you can sell it to anybody for their project if they are interested. So that's another way you can make an extra income. Another way you can make money, an extra income, is being a silent partner in a local business that you know. So there are so many businesses in the country right now. The wache seller, the bodega, cocoa seller, water business, bodega, we will call it provision shop. So these businesses are businesses that you can look into and then just chip in a little money and be a silent partner, whereby you can grow the person's business and you can make some extra money on the side, especially the wache and the cocoa people. I know somebody who does that, and the person tells me it's really, really, really good. So that's something you can look into as well. So in 2014, when I moved to Accra, my auntie got me a job at Zoom Lion. They had a division called the Zoom Landscape. So I worked there as as a garden boy, and that was when I noticed how interested people are with gardening and tool rentals. So the company at the time, granted, they have money, but sometimes because of the large volume of work we have to do, they go out and rent tools. So if you're able to position yourself to um, not just garden tools, but like anything, you can have a camera you want to rent out, you can have a tripod, you can list them on site like Gigi again, and you just have like tools that you can rent out, like wheelbarrow, cutlass. Sometimes somebody just needs something to weed like in their area. Like I remember, I remember in 2015, after I was still working with Zoom Landscape by then, but I had this knapsack sprayer. So the sprayer that you used to spray weeds, I had that, and I would go and then uh, spray for people, and then they'll pay me because they cannot go and buy it and then spray. So I provided that service, you know. So if I spray your house, you give me like some 100 cedis, then I'm gone because people are busy with their life. The best thing you can do is provide a value to somebody. And at the time, what I can think about is helping people keep their homes neat and things like that. So I used to go around and spray people's houses and then weed their houses and all that. So that's something you can do. Equipment rental is really, really good. If you do it right, you might make a whole business out of it. This point has to do with creating an online course. You have so many ideas that you want to teach. So it could be either YouTube or a website like Udemy. You know, YouTube is going to take a longer route because obviously you need subscribers, you need likes, all of those things for the algorithm to pick, right? But Udemy is an educational platform where people buy courses and people just learn random stuff. So it's a good place. And then the good thing about it, Udemy itself publish or promote your project depending on the specific area of education that you are in. So it is good if you create an online course about the things that you already know. I am an actor. I'm thinking of creating an acting crash course on the things that I've learned so far as an actor, the do's and don'ts and things like that. And I'm going to putting them on Udemy, you know. So that's something you can earn an extra income from. If you do it right again, it might be a big business because I know YouTubers who make a lot of money just from selling courses. So yeah. Now, this one requires a bit of effort, and you might need to stay consistent a bit before you can make some good money out of it, right? However, if you do it right, if you put in time and discipline towards it, you could make a bank. Airbnb or property rental. Now, this is a gold mine. Now, if you don't have a house or you don't have a property that you can use out for rent out, then this is actually for you. So you can create a framework where you go and look for house owners or property owners, and you tell them you have the customers. Mind you, you don't have the customers yet. You strike a deal with them. Tell them, oh, I have these customers coming from abroad. They probably will be here in the middle of maybe March, April, and then you strike a deal with them. Okay, how much do you rent this place out? All of that, right? Now, when you strike the deal with the landlord or the landlady, you ask them if you are allowed to take pictures. What you're going to do is you're going to take pictures of the apartment, the whole building, professional pictures if you want to take it a step notch. And then you upload them on Airbnb and create a listing for yourself. Now you're going to market it both on Facebook, bookings.com, and then Airbnb itself. Make a lot of noise about it and have properties, different properties, because different customers and their taste. So try and have at least 10 different deals with different landlords. And then now what you're going to do is that the deal you strike with the landlord, that's the only deal you're going to strike. So for instance, the landlord charges $100, right? You need to strike a deal with the landlord that, okay, I am going to take 10% of that. Is it agreeable to you, the landlord, to say, okay, no, if you need 10%, maybe I need $100 itself. So maybe how about you do 110? So the landlord knows how much you are charging. So you're going to look for properties from 1 to maybe 10, and then you start with it. So when you go on the Airbnb platform, you negotiate with the landlord that, okay, you're taking X amount of money. I'm going to make it X amount of money like this for my customers. So in case they come, this is how much this place costs, right? And it's going to be a trust-based business that you're running, so that the landlord doesn't find out another price and the customer find out another price and you lose credibility. You do not want to lose credibility when you're starting fresh. So you create that and then you publish it and then you make noise about it. You post it almost everywhere that you think your customers are, and then you're going to secure your customers. So that's the another way of making like bank. If you take the Airbnb rental seriously, you might make bank out of that. I speak a lot about selling, buy and sell, right? Try and set up a system where you can sell something without you being present. Even if it takes just maybe a phone call from you to make the deal go through, that is okay. That's another way of making extra income. You don't have to be physically present to exchange goods. So there are platforms like Jumia that you can sell on. There are platforms like Gigi that you can sell on. Even these days, people sell on Instagram and things like that. That's like a big business on Instagram and things like that, you know. But if you can set it in a way where it is automated, you don't directly need to be involved. Trust me, it's going to make you bang, especially if you do it right and your marketing strategy is great. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you like and found value in this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think, or any other businesses that I might miss, and any other businesses that you think I should look at, and maybe we can see if maybe I can put my money there or not. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope you like the video and subscribe and like. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.